Hey, you guys, Christian here with Photo Booth International. I'm so excited to have Juanita and Adrian. They came all the way from Big Spring, Texas, and I was just so excited to hear her story that I was like, you know what, I gotta definitely get this on video to inspire others. She inspired me, just talking about just the mind shift and the things that you were experiencing and things like that. Really just was like, you know what, it's cool to like want to create a generational wealth, create something for your kids. I remember you saying, "Hey, I got 8 years left with my daughter before, or my kids before she goes off into college and stuff like that." But tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, where you grew up from, and all that stuff, and explain to you like what really got you all the way here.
So I come from a small town. It's a small town in the middle of nowhere. People are like, Texas is so big. Do you live next to a local place like Dallas or Houston? No, none of those. The biggest is like Lubbock, and it's 2 hours away. I grew up in a single family household. Like, my mom was the main provider for everybody. I saw her struggle. She had 2-3 jobs when I was little. She would barely get any sleep. So I was stuck in that poor mindset. And my oldest is 10 years old, so she's going to be 10 next week. So it's like, I'm going to cry because she's going to be double digits. But it's also like, I only have 8 more years with her before she goes off to college or does something great. And we don't get to spend a lot of time together. I'm stuck in a 9 to 5 every day. So Christmas break, spring break, things like that, she has to stay home alone, and I'll just only take 1 or 2 days off. So I wanted to come all the way over here. It's a 5-hour drive.
Yeah.
And just check out the photo booths, because there was no reason for me to specifically do it today, but I pushed myself. I even woke up this morning at 6 o'clock and was like, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
But I pushed myself.
Everything was stopping you not to come.
Yeah.
You know, the fear kind of set in. Mm-hmm. You know, all that stuff. So tell us a little bit about that.
Just the drive, and then getting here and making the actual purchase, and then comparing prices.
Yeah.
Wanting to be at a certain price point, because I have a price point in mind between 2 different packages. I wanted the Chloe just to have a cheaper start, but I also wanted to look at the Prime because I wanted the better quality, the better package to offer with digital and printing.
Yeah.
And even trying to do that was a stretch. I didn't want to make the extra stretch to do the better package, but I know that's what's better.
No, absolutely. And I want to kind of emphasize on you coming here. Like, I know we talked on the phone, we had set up, you're like, hey, I can come on December 31st. But what really was like that thing that got you up in the morning and was like, although I don't want to, what was that drive to say I got to do it?
Honestly, just being here and seeing all the photo booths and just making a day out of it. Even if I didn't come here to make one, we made a memory. We made the trip together. Yeah. She's here with me right now, and it was something to do at the end of the day. And that's kind of what a photo booth will be. Like, she could be there and help me set up, and it'll just be a memory we have. I'm a photo booth person. Every time I see a photo booth, I run to it and I take pictures. I love photo booth pictures. Yeah. So I know personally that's a selling point for me, because I love having that memory. It's a memory.
In addition to that, you were able to spend more time with your kiddos. You know, you said you're stuck in a 9 to 5 job where you're only taking 2 days off during the holidays. How difficult is that for you?
It's hard. It makes me sad, honestly, because we can do vacation. I mean, we do vacations. We try to do one for spring break, or try to do one for Christmas, or during summer. If we're lucky, we fit 2 of those in.
Yeah.
But being able to not have to work a 9 to 5 and just have the option to spend time with my kids. Honestly, homeschooling has always been something I've wanted to do as well, just so we could buy a travel trailer and get up and go anytime we wanted to.
It's difficult with the 9 to 5 though, huh?
Yes.
And so this photo booth, you know, business that you're just about to embark on, first and foremost, congratulations for taking a leap in yourself. I know that it was difficult at first. We kind of had a tough conversation, you know, where we just had to just jump. You know, I think Adrian was saying he was like I'm right at the edge, but sometimes I'm too afraid of just taking that leap. You know, I'm just too afraid of doing that because we're afraid of failing. Tell us about what the fears that you had coming into all this and the moments that we spoke about, how it helped you.
It's scary, like taking that leap, actually being here, and even walking away with purchasing a photo booth is like, oh my God, you kind of have that buyer's remorse at first,
Yeah.
but it grows on you after the conversation we had about making extra money and starting off small and working your way up to making these big figures. And even if you just set a small goal for yourself of doing it once a weekend, once a month, that's something, and it's extra money and it helps.
Exactly. And so it's easier because you remember you said, like, I'm tired of like repeating these cycles, you know, like what were you telling Adrian on the way here?
We have a poor man's mentality. We don't know what it's like to have a rich man mentality because we're not there yet.
Yeah. And so a lot of people, like, and it's so funny that you say that, because when I'm talking to, you know, people and I'm trying to help, it's like, you have to think differently. You know, in order to get where you want to be and where you want to go, you have to think differently. And I know we had that conversation. You're like, you're right. Like, I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of being the poor man's mentality. And tell me more about that, like, where that just like, yo, I gotta change that. Because I know the conversation that we had was just like kind of tense at first, you know, but it was like, you're right, you know, I gotta take that next step. What pushing you to do that? And what do you think it stopped you from doing that as well?
Stopping was the actual jump, the actual initiation to
that
get
fear.
Here. Yeah, the fear itself.
But what were you afraid of?
Failing, maybe, or just not being supported. I guess, like, you have to push yourself, you have to want it, you have to be an entrepreneur, you have to put yourself out there. And I had a plan, you know, I'm going to market, and I'm going to create a business name already, and I'm going to create the business cards, and I'm going to go out there and market. But actually getting here and purchasing the photo booth was the biggest step, because it is the biggest purchase, so it's the biggest sacrifice.
Yeah, that's so huge. You know?
My mindset is a cheap person. I am cheap on everything. I coupon, I do everything.
Yeah.
So it's the biggest step for me, honestly.
And so breaking that today, because what you did was a step forward, not a step back. Because we could have said, you know what, we're not going to get anything. We're going to get the cheapest booth. We're going to get this, or we're going to get that. But that mind shift that you just had today was a blessing. You know, to say, hey. And we talked about it. Now your kids are going to be able to say, I see mom take a leap of faith. Adrian will be able to say, we took a leap of faith, you know. And so the thing is like, how do you feel after the feeling of saying, you know what, I just broke something. You can actually say, hey, I don't have a poor man mentality anymore. You know, it's about, I took that leap of faith. I took that jump. How does that feel?
It's scary. It still quite hasn't set in, I don't think yet, so we'll see. But it's scary and it's amazing all in one. It's
like that bittersweet moment.
It's a roller coaster. It's going to be a roller coaster, I think, because I'm going to have troubles with it, and I'm going to have to get over it to continually break my mindset.
Absolutely. But again, you made a decision today, and it's easy to say, you know what, I'm just going to stay the way I am, you know, and go another 20. I think Adrian said it the best. He goes, we only live once. You know, and he's like, we can continue, like, if we don't do it now, when are we going to do it? Yeah. And so that's something that I'm super proud of you for doing it, for you guys to do it, for your daughter, for your kiddos. Now you have the ability to create generational wealth with starting a business, breaking that mindset, forgetting about what maybe mom and dad taught you, what they didn't teach you, and you being able to teach your kids something different. And that's the best thing on why, you know, you did what you did today. I'm so proud of you. What would you tell others that are like in that position? What would you tell them to do?
Oh, it's so scary, and it's so hard to take the first step. Even if you just get here to book. So I could have done it online, just made the complete purchase online. But I wanted to look at the photo booths. I wanted to be here in person to know that's what I wanted. And you just have to take the leap. You have to go for your dream. Oh, I don't know. It's kind of cliche, but it's so true. Right?
Yeah,
I hate being that person. It's like, go for your dreams. The sky is the limit. But that's the poor man's mentality telling me that it's a cliche and you have to do it.
Exactly. You heard it from Juanita. She took a leap of faith. Guys, take a leap of faith. If you have any questions, call me, 415-521-2271. Welcome to the PBI family. I'm excited for you. I'll probably see you in the next week or so when you come pick up. But guys, don't let fear stop you. Jump. If you're on the edge, just jump. Call me. Start whatever it is. Start your photo booth business. Whatever's stopping you, you guys can do it. She's a living testament. She is literally today, December 31st, New Year's Eve, She decided, nah, this next year will be different. Be like her, be like us who've taken a leap of faith. We believe in you. You got it. And I'll speak to you guys soon.